Today's show is brought to you and the congregation by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook. Shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. You know they're the top-rated sportsbooking app in all of North America. They're safe. They're secure. You see the homie over here just like him? They reliable, baby. And, of course, if we're going to talk about the homies at DraftKings, you know we got to talk about the promo codes they got going on, right? Because they stay with a deal, Deke. And the deal right now is, initial bet, $5. You receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. But, you know what the kicker is. No pun intended. You have to use the promo code MOATS. All right, you see it right there. Use that, man. It's an awesome situation. I mean, who knows? We saw some anytime touchdowns that took place yesterday or some anytime scores as well. So you got to have some flexibility with that. But DraftKings offers a ton of those options to you. Now, we also know that you can struggle. You can become a little overzealous, a little overwhelmed with the situation, and you might turn into having a problem. And for those that do have those problems, if you live in New York, you know it's a number that you could text. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER. From Richard Arbizo. He says, and this was at 6:15 p.m. last night, so this was probably like right when the game ended. Yeah, the game was over by then. Stream was over. Everything was over by then. He says, thank God Deke called Boz making all his field goals.
I did say that.
Shout out. I'm just glad that we actually have Boz and that Matthew Wright out there, For the Matthew Wright people, I just don't know.
Agreed.
But no slander to Matthew Wright, but I'm just Team Boz, man. Through and through.
When did I say I'd ever take Matthew Wright over Boz?
The fact that you've mentioned Matthew's right name in the conversation
it's to help Boz out.
It's to
keep him focused, keep him locked in. Just to let him know there's some guys out there that are trying to take your job. Watch out.
I don't care about none of them, man. It's Boz. All right? It's Boz versus everybody. Team Boz.
Makes it look easy.
Come on, man. Right down the pike. Come on. Bing, bing, bing. And I like how the commentators kept saying, it's the NFL's all-time leading, or it has the all-time highest percentage for 50-plus yards. I'm like, yeah, keep kicking from 50, Boz. Keep kicking from 50. He nice. Man, 6 point. Bro, you get 6 field goals all by yourself, man. 18 points. Oh, that's fire. And the clutches of clutch punts as well,
and
bro.
Half of them.
Come on, man.
Were correct me if I'm wrong, half of them. I don't want to shortchange them. It was 3 of them were 50-plus, unless there was one more.
No, should have been
4 of them.
Yeah, should have been 4. Let me get you right real quick. Yeah, 57, 51, 56. Oh no, excuse me. It was 44, 40, and 25 was the last one. Yep.
All right, so half were from 50.
Yeah.
And all center cut, perfect.
Right, and he gave you a 43-yard punt as well.
That punt
Don't
was
forget
impressive.
that as well. Don't forget the punt.
I'm not gonna lie. Sending Boz out there for that re-punt, I was a little uneasy about it, just because if the same situation happens again, we are shit out of luck. And Boswell is already making a case. I know it's early week 1 for being the best kicker in the league for this season. Like 6 for 6, and Justin Tucker missed against the Chiefs. Boz is making a strong case right now that he's a very valuable player. Now, if you want to go back to the 80s, a kicker did win league MVP one time for one season.
Okay, all right.
If Boz keeps this up, I think he's in the conversation.
It has to be at this level. When you getting multiples for 50 and you come out and hit a punt with that situation, yeah, absolutely. I think you are heavily in those conversations. I wouldn't be surprised if Boz gets some type of player of the week this week, bro. He can't get offense player of the week, but he'll get special teams player of the week definitely though.
He has to.
Yeah, like because. Man, you know how it is, man. If it wasn't for at least one of these dudes went out here and had one of them games with like multiple touchdowns, but if that wasn't the case, well, he might have messed around and got offense player of the week, bro.
Right now, if we had to do rankings or a list for team MVP, I think it's between him and TJ Watt.
I was about to say, who do you like more?
Just him being in the conversations. A big salute to him.
Yo, facts, bro.
Big time salute.
Facts.
It might have to be TJ after one game.
TJ went crazy.
Or, it might have to be Boz. It might have to be Boz after one game.
Boz
he
is
scored
counted.
He
Technically,
scored all
Boz
of our
is counted.
points. Yeah, exactly.
Whereas with TJ's, he has 2 crazy plays that got called back.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
refs
TJ's, they would have been like just filthy and we'd be like, yo, he's a half sack away from the 100 piece.
Yeah, refs
which is supposed to be.
Falcons
right
should
now.
only had 3 points yesterday, really, if you think about it, because they scored right after the callback on the TJ offsides.
Yeah.
I thought they were quick on the gun too for the Highsmith offside. I was thinking almost the same thing. I was like, yeah, he's moving, but is he like technically offsides?
Yeah. I hate the fact that if that's an offensive lineman, they'll let the tackle go and nobody says anything.
Oh yeah, they do it all the time.
But because it's the pass rusher and it's actually good, he wasn't early. It was actually legit. But because it's the pass rusher, they err on the side of let me throw the flag. But that's just the ideology of the league right now, man. It's an offensive league. We get it. But yeah, it was definitely one of the
They were
ones
hitting
I
us
was
with
like,
ticky-tack stuff the whole time. Because then the other one, TJ gets the strip sack. They called the hands to the face on Dante Jackson. I get it. Letter to the law. He had his hand up for a quick second at the line. It's like,
I thought he had his face mask, though. Like, he had his, hand in his face mask a little bit, too. Yeah, because that's that's what pulled him down. I thought the one I was
maybe I missed that angle.
The one I wasn't the biggest fan of.
The GP
I thought
one?
the GP one
My
was
God.
it's ticky tack. As a
That's
defender,
terrible.
I like it. As an offensive guy or a Steelers fan, it's like, nah, you let that fly.
Didn't fully extend the arm. We've seen so much worse, particularly with having AB here for all those years. We've seen way worse, and none of those on AB ever got called.
I'm with you, but that's my whole thing. Is like, all right, are we just allowing it because this has been the case, or are we actually gonna police it? But then it's like they still be back and forth. But I feel like I don't even know what their point of emphasis is right now, because you think about the opener, they kept calling the illegal procedures, right?
Yeah.
Not getting on the line of scrimmage, and now we're like, yo, is that the new point of emphasis versus this extension or not? But we obviously just got one game sample size. It could just be the referees just doing what the referees do. We also know that part as well, man.
Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah.
They were bad. We still won, though. It's fine.
Well, and that's the thing, man. If you are the team that you say you are, it shouldn't matter, man. Unless this bad call is happening with no time left on the clock, or, at that part of the game, man, where it's literally, we can't fix this. Typically, the way that we've always thought of it as the competitors is, man, over 60 minutes, them referees can't save you. That's the mindset. Them referees cannot save you. For 60 minutes, if I do what I'm supposed to do, bro, that referee can call every call he want to call. I'm still going to be putting my foot up, you know what. And that's the mindset of, the players. So it's like, even with them calls, we still were able to overcome that thing and win in a convincing manner. Heck yeah, across the board. So that was my thing, man. I'm like, hey, good teams find a way to win games like that, man. When it's not going perfect, when you have adversity 2 days before the day going, oh, it's rush. Oh, hold on. Might not be rush. More than enough. All right, it's Fields. That's kind of crazy. Spencer Anderson, hey, here's your first start. Hey, you're going to start next to Zach Frazier. Here's your first start. Hey, Broderick. Shout out to Broderick. Played a lot better. Here, let's go. It's like, man. But when you throwing all that, Arthur Smith, you ain't done OC, just exclusively OC since Tennessee. First go. Let's go. On the road, too.